Ever hear about how people talk about wanting to treat their bodies as a temple? Especially, we hear that maybe now in the new year more than ever because people make the New Year's resolution to make their body a temple. This is often in connection with exercise and fitness. Ever wonder where that quote comes from? Well, in our service this week, we'll be seeing that quote is found in our second lesson from 1 Corinthians chapter 6. Do you not know that your bodies are temples of the Holy Spirit, who is in you, whom you have received from God? The context of this quote is that the Apostle Paul is addressing the Corinthians on an issue that is found in their church, that sexual desire is running rampant. The Corinthians were putting the need to fulfill that sexual desire on the same level as food. They would say that the stomach is made for food and the food for stomach, and then the body is made for sexual immorality and sexual immorality for the body. But the Apostle Paul points out that's not the case. It's not the same level. Yes, food's made for your stomach, but your bodies are made for the Lord. And so he talks about how our bodies are a temple. God calls us also to be his temple. God has sent his Holy Spirit into our hearts. He dwells in our hearts. And so, but yet, we find ourselves that our hearts are being mastered by other things. Struggles with sexual immorality run rampant in the world. Hatred for brother or sister rules in our hearts. We consume too much food. We become obsessed with fitness or other things. It's easy for our hearts to be mastered and not mastered. And it's really hard for us not to be mastered by anything. But that's why Jesus purchased you at a price. God sent his Son to pay this price, to claim us as our own, his own. That price he paid was the blood he shed on the cross. That blood he shed for you and for me. Because Jesus has saved us and called us to be God's, God calls us to lead pure and decent lives. Our bodies are God's, and they belong to him. May God bless us as we approach the week and see how God calls us to sit and listen and be servants of his word.